How possessions begin to own their owners. Most people believe they own their possessions. The Stoics asked a more uncomfortable question. How many of those possessions now own you? At first, acquiring something feels like gaining freedom. A larger house promises comfort. A luxury car promises status. More money promises security. Every new acquisition seems to improve life, and sometimes it does. The Stoics were not opposed to wealth. What concerned them was attachment. Because every possession carries a hidden cost. Not just the cost of buying it, the cost of maintaining it, protecting it, worrying about it, replacing it, losing it. A person buys a larger home and soon discovers that the home demands constant attention. Repairs, taxes, maintenance, cleaning, upgrades. What once appeared to be an asset gradually becomes an obligation. Someone acquires a luxury vehicle. At first it feels empowering. Soon, every scratch becomes a source of anxiety. Every repair becomes a concern. The object has not changed, but the relationship has. Without realizing it, the owner has become a servant. This pattern repeats throughout life. People accumulate more possessions, believing they are increasing their freedom. Yet often they are increasing their responsibilities. The more things you own, the more things can break. The more things can be stolen. The more things compete for your attention. What begins as ownership can quietly become dependence. The Stoics understood that dependence is dangerous because it places your peace outside your control. If your happiness depends upon having certain possessions, then your happiness becomes vulnerable to fortune. And fortune is notoriously unreliable. Markets crash. Economies change. Homes burn down. Technology becomes obsolete. Fortunes disappear. History repeatedly demonstrates how fragile external wealth truly is. Yet many people build their identities upon things they cannot ultimately keep. This is where possessions become dangerous. Not when they occupy your house, but when they occupy your identity. The expensive watch becomes self-worth. The luxury home becomes status. The bank account becomes security. The collection becomes identity. And once identity becomes attached to possessions, loss becomes terrifying. Because losing the object feels like losing part of yourself. The Stoics trained against this vulnerability. They reminded themselves that everything external is temporary, not to reject success, but to maintain perspective. You may enjoy them today. You may lose them tomorrow. The Stoics believed that true wealth is measured not by how much you possess, but by how little you require to maintain your peace of mind. This idea runs directly against modern culture. Today, people are encouraged to constantly upgrade, acquire, consume, and display. Yet desire expands faster than acquisition. Every new possession creates a new standard. What was once a luxury becomes a necessity. What was once a dream becomes an expectation, and satisfaction moves further away. The person who needs less possesses a unique advantage. They are difficult to manipulate, difficult to threaten, difficult to control. Their peace survives changing circumstances. This is real freedom. The Stoics were not asking people to abandon all possessions. They were asking them to examine their relationship with them. Can you enjoy something without becoming dependent on it? Can you own it without needing it? Can you appreciate it while accepting that it may one day disappear? If the answer is yes, then you remain the owner. If the answer is no, ownership has quietly reversed itself. The possession now controls you, and the chains that bind people most effectively are rarely made of iron. More often, they are made of gold. Own what you wish, build what you can. Enjoy what fortune provides, but never attach your identity, your peace, or your sense of worth to anything that fate can take away. Because the moment your happiness depends upon a possession, that possession becomes your master.